Hello, everybody, and welcome into another edition of Inside Pitch here at the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. I'm Ben Frederickson in alongside Jeff Gordon. And Gordo, today we're here to solve a bit of a problem area for the Cardinals. I think that's an understatement. What is the right solution for the Cardinals in right field? They have a few players. They have some underperforming players. They have a first baseman who maybe is going to be getting some time there in Jose Martinez. They have Harrison Bader, who has great defense, but he hasn't been hitting. And now they have Tyler O'Neill back, as Dexter Fowler is on paternity leave, who can hit a lot of home runs. He's also going to give you a lot of strikeouts. Where do the Cardinals go from here? Let's start with the guy who we were told was not an outfielder anymore, right. Jose Martinez, who might now be spending some time in the outfield.
Well, we cannot promise a solution here. If we could, we'd be much richer because, believe me, this is a huge problem. And I think when you look at the scenario with Jose Martinez, the obvious solution is, well, he's an American League guy, he's a DH, he's a good hitter, doesn't make much money, find a good trade for him. But he's great on your team, the players love him, he's your best hitter. Why would you do that? Well, we don't have a position for him. There's no easy solution. The smart thing would be to find another way so you have a natural outfielder, but how do you trade a guy who's as good as Jose Martinez?
The whole reason you're right, and I'm to the point now where because Jose Martinez is such an important part of your offense, he is your most consistent hitter on a team that badly needs offense. I'm okay with finding out how bad it can be if you just start sneaking him in right field. Because we've seen how bad it can be when he's at first base. And I say this with compassion for Jose Martinez because he has attacked this assignment as you hoped he would. He's out there before every game working on short hops with Jose Oquendo. He is trying. He's just not a first baseman.
Right.
And it has turned every ground ball hit into the infield into an opportunity for an error if the throw is not right on line. He's actually done okay if the ball's hit to him. It's catching them that has been challenging for him with he's 6'8". It's hard for him to move around the bag with a runner coming at him, and it just has been it's too much of a liability. So put him in the outfield where he is more familiar, and just see if the Cardinals can get by there. Hope the ball's not hit there, and know that when it is, he's probably going to have a chance of catching it, and then everything else just becomes damage control. To me, I'd rather have damage control in right field than I would at first base. The only reason we're having this discussion is because of Dexter Fowler, who has been really out of sorts all season long and is coming off of his worst month of June of the season, which is saying a lot. This is backdropped by some recent comments from John Mozeliak, president of baseball operations, that were pretty critical of Dexter, questioning if he's giving his best effort, which you rarely hear coming from a team executive. What did you make of those comments? What do you make of where Fowler sits as he enters a break from the team and paternity leave? I wouldn't be surprised if somehow we see him gone through the All-Star break as a chance to reset. Where do you think things stand with Fowler right now?
Well, it's a painful scenario. It's one Baltimore's gone through with Chris Davis. It's difficult with the contract and so forth. The only solution, and it's one that galls Bill DeWitt and puts John Mozeliak in a very bad place, is just to send him home and eat all that contract. Now you say you can't do that, and Bill DeWitt says, you're right, you can't do that. But, I mean, if you're playing Jose Martinez out there, and you got Harrison Bader out there, and you got Tyler O'Neill in development, and you got Mercado in development, you got Garcia in development, and you got two other outfielders that you like, what else are you going to do? Now, maybe he comes back and he catches fire, but you've covered sports a long time. You know that once things reach a certain point, I don't know if there's any coming back. And Benfred, is there any coming back?
Well, the comments, to me, the way I interpreted the comments from Mozeliak, where they were kind of a last Hail Mary attempt to spur a response.
Right.
That's a gauntlet thrown down. That's a challenge. And they're going to meet. They've met since those comments, and they're going to find out if Dexter wants to come back and give this another shot. And then if he wants to come back and give it another shot and you're on the hook for that contract, you've got to give him a chance you got to give him a week to go out there and see if he can get something going and just live and die with the results. Or are they going to say, look, let's find a way to cut our losses? The Cardinals might be able to trade him if he waives his no-trade clause, but you're going to have to lose a lot of money one way or the other. The guy who I think a lot of the fans have been fascinated by, two guys really, Harrison Bader, Tyler O'Neill. Harrison Bader, I think he has really wowed this team with his defense. He's going to struggle to be enough offensively to play every day. Tyler O'Neill is going to play competent defense, but can he limit his strikeouts enough? These are the guys who are kind of rising up that depth that you mentioned and making the Cardinals realize that they do have some internal options, but they might not have as good as the guy they signed Dexter Fowler to be. that's kind of where the Cardinals sit in right field right now. A lot of hard questions and a really sore spot on this team as they look for some offensive production. So good luck to them sorting it out. I don't know that we have any answers, but it's certainly something that will dictate where this team goes, not just this season, but in the future. For Jeff Gordon, I'm Ben Frederickson, and that's today's edition of Inside Pitch. We'll see you next week.